Happy New Year, Newmarket. Let's have a look at your numbers. So like my other videos, we're going to have a look at the most current month of data we have in the Toronto Real Estate Board, which is December 21. We'll compare that with what happened a year ago in December 20, and then we'll have a look at November 21 as well. First, we're going to start with the numbers. So the N is the new listings that came to market in December 20 was 87. The S is sales through the month. There was 116, so more homes sold than came on the market. And the active listings are essentially what didn't sell and carry over into the next month, and there was 39 of those. November 21, we had 128 new listings come to market. Again, market being oversold at 143 homes sold across all home types. Active listings carrying into December 21 were 34. December 21, new listings came to market, 57, 64 sales. So again, the market being oversold. This has been a trend through Newmarket through the entire year. It's been a very, very hot market. Active listings are 18, so literally dropped in half from the month before, and the amount of listings that came to market in half, and the amount of sales. Not untypical for December. A lot of times sellers do not want to list their house in December. They don't want that traffic because Christmas time, and sellers, sometimes will take their house off the market, and we do see the buyer traffic slow a little bit as well. If we're talking about the money, $950,000 was the average sale price across all home types in December 2020. $1,214,000 in November 21, currently trending at $1,293,000. Sales to listings ratio, or the absorption rate as it could also be known, tells us that out of the homes coming on the market each month, what is the percentage that are actually selling? So 33.3% we oversold by 33.3% of the homes. And where those come from in December 2020 is they come from this active listing inventory. And we'll see that a little bit later through the numbers. 111.7% of the homes that came on the market sold in November 21, and currently trending at 112.3. So 12.3% of the homes had to be gotten from somewhere else, and they're gotten from this active listing inventory. And I should say the way that it's calculated is sales divided by new listings. So we're not taking into account, when we're looking at this percentage, we're not taking into account this active listing inventory. We're just strictly looking at the new inventory and the sales. Months of inventory, or months of inventory remaining as it's called, tells us that if no other homes came on the market after today at the current rate of buying or the current rate of consumption, how long would it take to deplete the inventory? So again, it's calculated active listings divided into sales. So 0.3 months of inventory, so literally about a week of inventory, 0.2 in November and 0.3 in December 21. So again, very, very low inventories, which are definitely supporting the price through this. Sale price to list price ratio, homes selling at 102.5% of asking a year ago, 111.4% in November 21, currently trending at 113.8%. Now, I always say this number and this number, take with a bit of a grain of salt, right? I mean, in the case of average sale price, we can definitely see that, it's average across all home types. So, in a place like Newmarket, some months you're selling more condos and semis and towns and links. Other months you're selling more larger houses, more multi-million-dollar houses, which is going to affect this number. And the same thing goes here. There's been a definite trend in the last 12 months in the real estate market in the GTA to the underpricing of homes to their actual value in the market, or what their true value is. And so sometimes we're seeing this number being a little bit overstated because of that. Another reason for that would be with really low inventory and the buyer demand still quite strong. What we see is when there is a multiple offer, is that to make sure that they secure that home. I mean, you got to remember, everything is blind bidding. You don't know what the next person's offer is. So we're seeing some very, very strong offers come in, which is setting a new precedent to not only the street but to the area, and of course that continues forward, which is hence where we're seeing the jumps in the numbers from. Days on market to get a home sold, 16 in December 2020, 9 in November 21, currently trending at 15. So I just want to point this out. So when you see these numbers here, the months of inventory and the sales to new listings ratio, they're always going to go opposing to each other, right? When the months of inventory is going up, the absorption rate is going down. When the absorption rate's going up, the inventory levels are going down. And so what happens is, is when we're seeing a market where absorption rate's going up and inventory levels are going down, that's telling us it's a super duper hot market, right? But then you see the days on market counter going up, right? So again, you see absorption rate going up. You see a slight increase here in the months of inventory, but still, I mean, it doesn't really account for what's that? Probably a 40% increase in days on market. And where you're getting that from is you're getting it from buyers that are not being able to pick off one of the new listings that come out. So they can't pick off one of the 57 to be one of the 64. So they have to circle back to this active listing inventory, and the active listings could be inventory that's been hanging around on the market for 20 days or 30 days, and that's going to account for in the average days on market, which is going to pull that number up. So I know there's a lot of information here. I do my best to simplify it as much as I can, but if you have any questions at all about how this would pertain to your home, or if you are considering making a change this year, feel free to reach out to me and we'll have a chat.